Rolando Romero has secured the May 2nd fight against Ryan Garcia after Isaac Pitbull Cruz opted out due to a prior commitment. Cruz is set to face Angel Fierro on February 1st and decided to focus on his upcoming bout rather than take on another negotiation. This turn of events gives Rawley the golden opportunity to capitalize on Garcia's potential ring rust. The clash will headline Turki Al-Sheikh's event at the iconic Times Square in New York City. Fans, however, have expressed mixed feelings about this matchup. Many were eager to see Ryan Garcia square off against Pitbull Cruz, a fight that promised to be far more electrifying. Speculation lingers about whether more qualified fighters in the stacked 140 pounds division could have been considered. With talent-rich contenders available, some feel the choice of Rawley was underwhelming. Romero, the former WBA light welterweight champion, has a lot to prove. His last notable outing ended in disappointment when he suffered a brutal 8th-round knockout against Pitbull Cruz on March 30th of last year. That defeat, marked by its one-sided nature, has left critics questioning whether Rawley can truly challenge Garcia or if this is simply another step in Ryan's comeback trail. While the matchup has sparked debate, it undeniably adds intrigue to the May 2nd card. Whether Romero can defy the odds or Garcia will reaffirm his dominance remains to be seen, but boxing fans will surely be watching.
I got my chance, and I'm about to unify and collect these belts, that's what I want.
IBF welterweight champion Jaron Ennis is set to face WBA title holder Eimantas Stanionis in a highly anticipated unification bout at 147 pounds. The showdown is scheduled for April 12th at the iconic Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and will be broadcast live on DAZN. This fight marks a pivotal moment for the 27-year-old Ennis, who has been eagerly awaiting a unification opportunity since being elevated to IBF champion status in November 2023. However, a dominant performance is crucial for Bout, as his recent outings have raised questions about his form. Despite his undefeated record, Ennis has been criticized for looking less impressive in his last 4 fights, including back-to-back bouts against Jaron Ennis, as well as contests against David Avanesian and Raymond Villa.
Feel great, finally getting the opportunity to fight for a world title. Like I said before, even though I was world champion, I never got a chance to fight for the world title.
Ennis' rematch with Chikadzian on November 9th at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia drew particular attention. The Ukrainian fighter displayed remarkable resilience, enduring Ennis' onslaught and earning comparisons to a smaller version of Artur Beterbiev. If Stanionis proves to be a more challenging opponent, there's a legitimate concern that Ennis might struggle on April 12th, potentially jeopardizing his standing in the division and making promoter Eddie Hearn question his decision to sign him. Adding to the stakes, Ennis turned down a lucrative offer to fight WBC interim junior middleweight champion Virgil Ortiz Jr. on the Riyadh season card scheduled for February 22nd.
I feel good. I feel great about it, and I'm excited. And I feel like I couldn't leave this division without getting what I want.
That missed opportunity puts even more pressure on Ennis to deliver a standout performance against Stanionis, as fans and critics alike continue to question his ambition and self-belief, particularly after his struggles against Chikadzian. For Stanionis, the April fight is an opportunity to further solidify his reputation after securing a unanimous decision victory over Gabriel Maestre on May 4th last year. In that bout, the Lithuanian fighter showcased a sharp, disciplined performance that some argue surpasses anything Ennis has displayed in his recent fights. "This is a simply brilliant fight," said promoter Eddie Hearn. "When we signed Bout, I said to him that we would deliver unifications for him. So it is great to get this over the line for Jaron, and I know that with the biggest fight of his career right in front of him, he is going to shine brighter than ever." Eimantas is a brilliant fighter, and this is without doubt the number 1 and number 2 in the division, while Stanionis is widely regarded as the second best fighter in the welterweight division. The debate over who truly holds the top spot remains open. WBO champion Brian Norman Jr. and WBC title holder Mario Barrios are both potential contenders for that position, but none of the current champions have faced elite-level opposition to definitively stake their claim.
And I feel like this is what I want. So and it's gonna be a crazy ride. And I'm ready to put on a show and and just be me. Just back to having fun and being me.
Ennis, meanwhile, remains adamant about staying at 147 pounds in pursuit of undisputed status, regardless of how long the journey takes. Critics argue this decision is stalling his career, especially with the talent-rich 154-pound division offering lucrative and competitive matchups. However, Ennis faces a daunting reality. Moving up in weight would mean facing fighters with superior defensive skills and heavier punching power. As the countdown to April 12th continues, all eyes will be on Ennis and Stanionis, with the welterweight division's hierarchy hanging in the balance. Will Ennis prove he belongs at the top, or will Stanionis further disrupt the landscape? The answer lies in the ring. Lawrence Okolie, the former WBO cruiserweight champion, is reportedly in negotiations for a showdown with two-time world heavyweight title challenger Luis Ortiz. For Okolie, this fight represents a calculated step in his journey to establish himself in the heavyweight division, a weight class that demands power, endurance, and adaptability. At 46, Ortiz may be nearing the twilight of his career, but the Cuban southpaw remains a formidable opponent. His knockout power, technical finesse, and seasoned ring IQ could spell disaster for the 6'5" Okolie, whose performances in the division so far have been less than convincing. If Ortiz connects with one of his trademark power shots, it could be lights out for Okolie and his heavyweight ambitions. Okolie's initial foray into the heavyweight ranks has been underwhelming, with victories over lackluster opponents Hussein Muhammad and Lukasz Rozanski. These matchups offered little in terms of genuine preparation for a potential world title run. Critics argue that Okolie's team might be padding his record to maintain the illusion of invincibility. However, a fight against Ortiz would mark a significant step up in competition and a litmus test for the London-born fighter's heavyweight credentials. Before moving up to heavyweight, Okolie suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of Chris Billamsmith in May 2023. The 12-round majority decision saw Okolie hit the canvas twice and penalized for excessive clinching. That loss underscored the limitations in Okolie's style and signaled that his time as a dominant force at cruiserweight had come to an end. With rising stars like Jai Opetaia and David Nykum making waves in the division, Okolie's decision to move up in weight seemed inevitable. Luis Ortiz has built a reputation as one of the most dangerous punchers in the heavyweight division. Despite his age, Ortiz proved his mettle against Andy Ruiz in September 2022, where he outboxed the former unified heavyweight champion for much of the fight. Unfortunately, knockdowns in the second and seventh rounds ultimately cost him the victory. Ortiz's most recent outing came in January 2024, when he obliterated Francisco Cordero in the first round. While the level of competition in that bout was far from elite, it demonstrated that Ortiz still possesses the devastating power that has made him a feared contender. His prior knockout victory over former champion Charles Martin in January 2022 further cemented his reputation as a dangerous gatekeeper in the division. A victory over Ortiz would provide Okolie with the credibility he desperately needs in the heavyweight division. However, if the fight goes the other way, it could spell the end of Okolie's dreams of becoming a world champion at heavyweight. Ortiz's power, coupled with Okolie's questionable chin and unrefined technique, makes this a high-risk bout for the Brit. Okolie's path forward is also time-sensitive, with marquee names like Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk nearing the end of their careers. Okolie must accelerate his climb to contention if he hopes to secure a money fight. Tyson Fury, arguably the biggest name in the division, is currently retired and unlikely to consider Okolie as a viable opponent even if he returns. For Okolie, this fight isn't just about testing his mettle at heavyweight, it's about survival. A loss to Ortiz could force him to reconsider his place in the sport altogether. Even with careful matchmaking, his prospects in a division stacked with talent appear grim. Lawrence Okolie versus Luis Ortiz is more than just a potential heavyweight clash, it's a battle of narratives. Can Okolie prove that his move to heavyweight was the right decision, or will Ortiz deliver a career-defining blow to the former cruiserweight champion? One thing is certain, the stakes couldn't be higher for both fighters. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Your support helps us grow and continue bringing you the very best from the world of boxing.